Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
This is Sam. I believe you spoke to my colleague Frederick about your property in
Hey,
Atlantic
Sam.
County.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to get in touch with you directly. Are you the owner of the property or you're an
No,
agent?
it's a wholesale.
Oh, it's a wholesale deal. Okay, I gotcha. So I'm speaking to the wholesaler right now?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so as far as the property goes, um, what kind of condition is it in? He just told me that it was covered in trees and I really can't
Yeah.
access
It's
it.
it's covered completely like in trees. I don't know if he showed you the picture I sent him because he asked for a picture.
Okay.
If you want me to send it to you, I can.
Yeah, please. I have no idea what was going on throughout the entire process, and yeah, it was a little bit hard to communicate back and forth.
No, I understand. But yeah, it's completely covered in trees. It's a 3-bed, 1 bath. I think it's 1,300 and I think 28 square foot.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know if it needs to be demoed. It might need to be demoed. I don't know exactly. Because when I went there,
Yeah.
I said it was completely covered in trees, so it's like hard to even get to the house. But you can tell where the house is at because the grass is really overgrown, but it's probably about like 5 foot high. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. And I mean, so we can't walk it, right?
I mean, there's not really like no way to like actually get inside the property.
Oh, there isn't even a way.
Like I said, like the door is covered like with grass, like it's completely covered.
I
I mean,
gotcha.
if you wanted to like if you wanted to go inside and try to look and see, then yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do that.
Right. Okay.
But
So is there locks or what is it? Let's say if
I
someone
don't
were
think
to.
there's any other locks. There shouldn't be any locks on there.
Okay. Cool. And then as far as like the property goes, what was the story behind it? Why did it get like that? It was just abandoned, or
Say that one more time.
was it just
Sorry, I missed the
abandoned?
part.
The property.
It's, oh yeah, it's abandoned. Yeah, it's
Okay.
vacant.
Gotcha. And then what was like the seller's story side of everything? Because I'm looking for a flip.
So basically, what happened was she owned properties, but then she ended up having a stroke. So the properties that she had, she's kind of saving most of them for her son. Like once she passes, like her son has it. But she's getting rid of a few. So this was one of the few that she brought to us. Well, that we got before.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Frederick, he was under the assumption of connecting me with you, and
Yeah.
he was basically under the assumption that you were the owner and you were working with an agent or something like that. So he was gonna put it under contract and then assign it over to me, and that's what was going on.
Uh,
Is that
okay.
Yeah, so I don't think he understood anything that was going on over here.
Uh, Alright.
So let me
Yeah.
talk to him and see what's going on. I'm gonna have one of my guys go out there and just take a look and see what's going on, just in person, so you can get me some live pictures right there.
Okay.
Feel free to send me what you have, and we'll work something out. You know what I mean? Frederick still has to get compensated, and then go from there.
Alright. So, um, as far as like writing up the contract, like, do you want me to send over? Do you not want me to send over? Like,
Honestly, I would just hold off right now. Let me take a look at the property, and then let me talk to Frederick, see what he wants to basically do,
alright,
and then take it on
alright.
from there.
Do you know when y'all will be able to like go out there and look? Because we do
Today.
have 2 other people interested.
Yeah.
So it was like like we're trying to close as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
yeah.
fine. And look, if one of your guys ends up closing up earlier, then that's fine. Like this is we look for anything that's cosmetic or light rehabs. We don't like to stay in any kind of project for months and months on, and we really can't know what's going on with the property if we can't walk it. So if there's someone else out there trying to basically take on the project um, before us, then that's fine. No hard feelings.
Got you.
And if you do come across anything else that meets my criteria, like I was saying, please shoot me a holler. You got my personal phone number right now, and
Yeah.
send me that picture that you have as well. i'll,
Okay. I
I'll
got you.
speak to you soon.
Yeah, but wait. As I was saying, like if because this is I'm not working on this alone. Like I have a partner with this one, so this is like a JV with someone else. Um, so if I did tell him like like you do want to walk the property, what Do you know what day you guys will be able to walk the property or no?
I have my guy going there right now.
Alright, say that one more time. Sorry, I'm in Wawa.
No, you're good. I have my guy going there right now as we speak.
Okay.
So as soon as he's there, let me speak to him. Let me see what he sees, and then reach out to Frederick. Give you a call afterwards.
Alright.
Awesome. Thank you. What was your name? Tyler, right?
Ty.
Perfect. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you. You have any other deals out there in Atlantic County?
In Atlantic County, not this time though.
Or just anywhere else?
We have this Bridgeton one, but it's a lot. He owes like 76K in back taxes. It's pretty much a lot.
Okay.
So we've been trying to work out something with the township and him.
Let me know how you go with working something out with the township, because I got a lot of leads that are like that.
Okay.
If you can work something out, I got a lot more where that's coming from you. You know what I mean? Like,
Alright.
we could definitely make some money together, and I want to close on these. So,
Alright.
for sure. I'll stay in touch. Thank you, man. All right,
You
bye-bye.
too. Alright, bye.
Golly. Man, these daisy chairs. Alright, let me call up my boy Johnny. This is crazy. Maybe you can find me something in those locations. Alright.
Yo, what's up, bro?
What's going on, homie? So,
Yeah, I'm driving right now.
alright.
There's some back roads, bro.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. And, so here's a sticky situation. So one of my agents, I let him call this lead, and it turned out that it's another wholesaler that has it under contract.
This property?
Yeah, and
That's it.
I call him. I'm under the assumption that I'm talking to the owner, and the kid goes that he's a wholesaler, and then he's telling me that.
Man, just pulled up. This shit is, yeah, it's definitely fucking full rehab.
Yeah,
Let me like spin around real quick. I want to see how the rest looks.
FaceTime me if you can. If you got.
I got you. Let me hop out real quick. I'm gonna
Alright.
take some like outside pics, but yeah, I mean at the price you got it for, I mean there's this corner property right here. Yeah, let me call it.
Alright. Because he told me that the old lady there, she had a stroke or something, and she just left the property as is. So, I mean, I don't really care if it came from a wholesaler. If it still makes sense, we'll close on this thing with cash and then just throw it on the market or something. We could do a novation. I don't know. We could get creative, but
It's not that bad. It's in a nice little quiet spot.
nice.
Definitely full rehab. You need to clear out a lot of the yard. I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Is my FaceTime going through?
No.
No?
No.
Hold on. Sorry, real quick, let me just pop on my sweater, cause one thing is when you're walking a property, bro, ticks,
I'm just a menace. I just don't care.
yeah, nah, you gotta definitely be careful with the ticks, cause them motherfuckers can give you like Lyme disease and shit.
Yeah.
Let me see it, but I'll still is vacant, right?
Yeah.
It's not looking.
Oh.
Yeah, this joint is deep.
Yeah, you need a machete for that, John.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Can't even like. This shit is just full rehab.
You need to drive a tractor through that.
Yo, for real.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
He said you could go through, like there's no locks on the door or anything, but you can't even go through that.
Yeah, I think it's boarded up.
Okay.
It says some shit there. I don't know what the fuck it says.
We gotta buy that thing for land value, because is the roof good from the top? Can you see?
Let me see if I can get a clear view. Now to salvage that, looks.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's.
I mean, it looks like it's definitely full rehab. I wouldn't say it's like it could possibly be tear down because like maybe the the structure's so good, but definitely is missing bacon from her. It's not bad though. I mean, Zestimate comes out to like 220. I know a buyer. Do you know this guy named Peter Sheep?
Sheep?
Or Pax Sheep or something like that?
No.
He has another brother too. They do a lot of some wholesale and they buy a lot too.
This guy's Tyler.
Huh?
This guy's name is Tyler.
Oh, his name is Tyler?
Yeah. Have you sold anything out there?
Here, no, not yet. But honestly, damn, I can't even get inside. That shit's boarded up. That shit's. But yeah, definitely full rehab. What did she say the inside was, or what was the bed and bathroom?
It's a 3-1, right under 1,400 square feet.
Let me start taking some pics real quick.
Yeah, here, let me try to see if I can pull some comps. Look, on, what is it called?
I mean, it's a good lot size, bro. So, and I know this area.
Yeah.
This is like by what you call it? By that prep school. It's called St. Augustine Prep.
Okay.
It's like one of those like fucking top like schools that like the people be sending their kids to and shit.
Yeah.
So this one fully rehabbed. It's on a quiet street. Not a lot passes by here. So honestly, it's not bad. I definitely think it might be septic.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be sewer septic. I mean, sorry, septic and well.
Septic and well, yeah. I'm gonna take pictures around the outside.
It's a very, very, very small.
Very small lot, you said?
No, it's a very small, like, little town, city, whatever you could call that thing. Bro, so there's, hold on, let me see what's the lot size on this
I mean,
thing.
it extends all the way to the back, so you actually have more of the back corner too.
Yeah?
Yeah, this one, the property next to it.
Uh-huh.
Let me see when that's sold. They listed it for sale back for like $280 back in 2021.
Oh, shit.
Then they removed it, so I guess they like kept it or some shit. But
Where?
I kind of tell you ARB's like. So if you're getting it for like 40, you think I think at 45.
Here. So, you said there's, alright. Let me just do this. There's one that sold for like $350, but it came with like a boatload of land, right? There's another one that sold for like $298. That was on the other side of the what's it called? The highway, the other side of the town. And that one was just decent. It definitely had a lot more square footage than this one. Maybe like 400 more square feet and another floor. And that one went for 300. So let's say all in all, this thing goes for like 230.
Yeah, put yourself back on FaceTime. I'm about to put you on Insta. I'm about to be like, yo, we out here. I got it. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Right.
230.
I think it's not a bad deal.
Look, I mean, even if we gotta put in like 120 into this thing, minus 120.
Yeah, but I pumped it out at 220. If you follow, like, I'm just following like that simple rule they always use.
Yeah.
So like if you do that minus 120,
We're looking at 40K.
Yeah, so you're like reasonably there, but I think this property probably sells for like 250, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. Most definitely. See, if you're at 120 rehab, it's not bad. I mean, the structure should look good. If this is all cleared out, it's a nice lot, bro. I do like this one. It's Richland. It's right next to Prep. St. Augustine Prep.
Yeah. Bro, I think we could wholesale this thing for like, if we get it down for 45, I think we could get rid of it for 55 at least, 55, 60.
Bro, the only thing selling out here is freaking plots of land, bro.
Really?
Yeah, look, if you look on the sold, this is just a small house, but this is on the highway.
And even the land is selling for, oh shit.
Saying, bro, so I think we should probably lock that in at like 40. Is that other guy wholesaling it like pushing it?
Bro, but look at this. I see a comp that just sold last month for 20 grand. Look at this. Hold on.
It was a shitter too?
Yeah, it's a shitter for 20 grand. Yeah. So I don't know. And look, there's another one for 40. And this one was what? 3.2 acres. I think this is no, bro. I don't think we should. I think 45 might be a little too much.
No, yeah. We probably need it at like 35. Probably like 35, maybe 40.
Yeah.
I'll definitely see if we get it at 35.
There's the one that went for 60, but it came with like 10 acres of land. Here.
It's not bad. Wait,
I-
that one sold for 60? Yeah, but that's just straight land. Well, with this one, we would have to just consider it being for like land value, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
I mean, I don't know. See, what's the wholesaler just got this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's daisy chaining it. And like I'm just finding this all out, bro, and I literally got off that phone.
Okay.
I literally found this out right after like right before our phone call right now.
Oh shit.
So I'm just
Let me know
sure.
what's like the gist of it then. I mean, overall, it doesn't seem too bad of a deal. It just depends on which guy's gonna come in here and what they want to do.
Yeah.
Tear down and build, or if they're gonna, fully rehab it.
I figured I'd reach out to you first thing because that's the neck of your woods, you know what I mean? That's your back time.
I think maybe it might be salvageable, but definitely it's full rehab for sure. You're probably spending well over 100K.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Say well over 100K to be in a. If you buy that at 40, all in I get 120. You're all in 160.
Right.
The resale is probably like 250, bro. There's gotta be.
So houses out there, do they sell like in Salem, for example, or do they sell like pretty quick? Cause that's a really small town. It's in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, if we go off price points, like I'm looking at comps. So if you even put this up for 300, let me see.
We don't even want to do that though.
I mean, if you even price this for like 270, bro, it'll sell. Cause like everything else is listed for like 430, 330, but they're like, a bit bigger or like different style properties. So I think this would be like an affordable property if you wanted to buy it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But let me know, bro, what they say.
Okay.
Overall, it doesn't look to be bad. But this guy isn't direct, right?
No. I don't know how the hell he wants to get paid after this has been daisy chained so much. Cause he just brought it to me, bro. Like, he just started working for me. He brought it for me. And then, yeah, I should have just called him myself from the get-go, but
Nah, he's straight, bro. No worries.
I had myself confused in all sorts of ways right now.
You just put this here. Alright, bro. Sounds good, bro. If
All right.
man, let me know anything else pops up. I got you, bro.
I'm about to just upload Paulsboro and then send it over to you, and then the other ones too. But the other ones I got no pictures of. If you got anybody interested in looking at the ones that are, currently occupied with tenants, let me know and I'll get you in there.
Alright, man, bro. Sounds good. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll talk to you soon, homie. Drive safe.
Alright, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Of course. Bye. Later. See, one of my buyers got in there. Hey, did the buyers get inside the property today? Hit up Charles, the owner of that one. It's wrong, Charles. Charlie. There he is. I missed that on the contract. Appreciate everything, Charlie. Man, only if this guy literally told me this a lot earlier, it would have been amazing. So we had a seller finance structure set up with the guy, and then it fell out of place because he went to a family function and his attorney and his CPA called him stupid for doing a seller finance deal. So it blew everything out of the water. His terms went completely ridiculously opposite. So then I offered him a cash price, locked it down. And then I couldn't raise the money in time. So then I decided to just wholesale it. And so crazy stuff that happened when I started to wholesale it. I got offers like crazy right away. And I ended up taking them. After the fact, I put it under contract with the buyer. This guy decided to change his mind and he said, hey, look, Shyam, I actually spoke to a buddy of mine. He's a really wealthy investor himself, and he does a ton of these creative deals. And he told me how much of a hard time he was having dealing with banks right now. So he's structuring these creative deals left and right, and he is, pretty successful at it as long as he's doing them with the right guy. And he's like, to be honest, ever since I knew you, you're a man of your word. You said what you promised, and then you actually delivered, and I trust you. I would love to help you out if you can't get the money right now and structure out something that works out for the both of us and give you the terms that you really needed. Oh, man. And then after that, I had everything set up, and then he told me that. So it's like, now I can't go against my word on these buyers that I already set up deals with. And now it's just crazy. So that's what happened. And now I'm just out here like, thank you, I appreciate everything so much, but I have to still follow through with my word because I brought in partners now. And now I can't just be like, oh, wow, well, things worked out for me. Well, so everything that we agreed upon with you guys is just over. I can't do that. That's literally fraud. So I just basically told Charlie, like, hey, look, I got to deny the offer that you're giving me right now, even though it's like, I would love to take it. But yeah, this is what happened. So just thanking him for everything. It is what it is. I shall talk to him again. In the meantime, I need to speak to another guy that I gotta get a hold of. This guy is Mike Dawson. He hasn't been picking up my phone, but let's see how it goes. This guy also has a duplex. Awesome. He wants to go out of the country. I actually own 2 properties on that same street, so hopefully we can get this one. I know some guys that want to pay like $150 for it. Hey, Mike.
This is Mike. Leave a message and I'll get.
I swear these old people love me though.
Hello, this is Mike. Leave a message and I'll get back with you. Have a good one.
Man, these comments are hilarious. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna add Mike. I'm gonna add Mike to the CRM real quick. Let's see what we got. And then we also have another Camden deal. Insert. Why wouldn't it work? Come on. Come on. Awesome. What was this one? So do you want to proceed? This guy. So do you want to proceed or should I move on? I would love to add them to the network, but definitely want to focus on closing a deal. Yeah, bro, this is not a deal, unfortunately. By the way that they were maneuvering you, I should have figured that they were wholesalers. I also figured that they were really experienced. And that was the reason for me asking you if that was the actual owner or an agent. We can definitely add them to our network. However, this would be a terrible way to source deals as this guy that you're speaking to isn't even a wholesaler. He's basically just trying to sell somebody else's deal. If you would like to get into this network of wholesalers, you must find out the guy that actually owns this deal. Enjoy the graduation with your kid, and we should talk about this another time. Why the heck did it send us a winky face? Awesome. There you go. Alright, that's good. What else we got? Yeah, let's put this one in the... Oh, and the crazy part about this, guys, is the mic lead that I was just on the phone trying to call. I got that one from door knocking a while ago. So that's crazy. It was basically free lead. Yeah, working hard to buy her something nice. That's sweet. You're a good dad. See how much they under contract for. They won't say. I can send to one buyer. Let's send it to them. Alright, cool. And then I'm about to see what this guy... Oh my god, look at this thing. The house is buried, baby. Buried. Too much work. Alright, cool. Mr. Dawson. Okay. Oh my god, they got it under contract for 40. That's wild. Yeah, bro. It is a rebuild. I mean, we can't even get inside, so we don't even know what it looks like. Any clue of what the inside might look like? You were right. There's too many bushes and trees to even get near the door. Duplex, one side vacant, lives in the other side, wanting to move more south out of the city, has a place to live with son. ASAP. Cool. Cool beans. What else we got? 16 Pam Church. 109 Almond. Oh man. And I can try to get in there if you want pictures. That would be nice. My guy was not about to go through the bushes. Haha. Let's call up Rick because this guy's bugging me out. No, this guy is for a deal that I already did, and he's basically reaching out to me over and over and over and over again. Rick is my guy that helped me sell it, and he's going through a lawsuit and has to pay like $28,000. Rick, the people's realtor. Oh wow, this kid's actually a hustler. He literally said,
Voicemail, Richard Clark with Action Landscaping.
"Hey Rick."
Hey.
So,
what's wrong with Ayani?
oh really? Nice. What's she up to?
We had to finagle something because something that has never happened in my 8 years, and I've never heard any of my other agents who've been around longer than me.
Yeah.
An appraiser went out to appraise her property that she's buying on Grand Street.
Mm-hmm.
Now, never finished the inspection allegedly because there was a family illness. Never said anything, kept being asked for a report.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, well, I never finished because of this. Right? But bitch, you got paid.
Yes.
They need to get somebody else's ass out there ASAP.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of premium they got to pay them. We can't wait another 2, 3, 4 weeks. That's bullshit. This is on them. They hired this idiot.
Yeah.
Now they need to pay somebody else. Get their ass out there now and get it done.
Yeah. That's nuts.
So, yeah, she was excited herself. I was like, yeah, I said, when I talked to the seller, he's like, how sure are you she's going to close? I said, oh, I'm 99% sure she's going to close. It's just fixing this little hiccup.
That's the one
I
that.
had to deal with her not closed ever.
Yeah. Is that the one where she can't get approved for the mortgage right now, or? I just don't remember the addresses that she was talking about.
I just think that they're not going to do anything about the appraisal, and this person didn't come around. And they told her, oh well, they called and left a message for the listing agent, and she said, no, they didn't. She said, well, how do you know? Because the listing agent and the buyer agent are the same person, and he just told me he hasn't gotten any phone call from any appraiser.
Okay.
She said if he got a message, he would have called them back as soon as he was free.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, that's one of those. Yeah, you gotta call.
No.
There's no. Oh yeah, I'll just blow that off for a week or two.
Right. No, I understand. That's unfortunate. I mean, I pray for the best to have that go through well for her. I hate appraisals.
I have no doubt we're going to make it happen.
There's no other way. I hate appraisals. Did you get in touch with that buddy of yours that's an appraiser? I'd love to have some coffee with him.
Talking about Ed?
Oh, that's his name? I don't even know.
Yeah, the one we were talking about that is in Woodstown.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so Ed, it is. I wanted to see. Oh, I gotta send you some pictures, Rick. I gotta send you some pictures of my boy Victor going crazy on the house. You're gonna love it.
Well, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Let's go crazy and let's get it done.
Oh, it's what I'm look. You sold me the house. Take a look at this. I'm just as shook as you're about to be right now. Do you remember the same house?
Yeah. Let's see. There it is.
I got granite in the kitchen.
Whoa, you actually did do something up in that attic.
You love it, huh?
And
Wait. Let me show you the kitchen.
he just needs to finish that corner off.
Yeah, he's gonna put some trim on that corner. It's gonna look beautiful. Beautiful.
And that floor looks really good on the first floor.
Mm-hmm. It just needs to be clean. So I'm gonna get what's her name? Tracy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her in there.
So when are they thinking of finishing? Yeah, bathroom's a big difference.
Oh yeah. I'm just hold on. Let me get you the kitchen, the updated version. With the stone on it. That looks super nice. Hold on.
And he did this shit for how much?
Exactly. Oh man. Well, we have a deal working on. I told him that I'm gonna pay him a lot more. I'm gonna compensate him for his work on the next one because I have another one coming up that's like crazy. I'm gonna have to drop like probably 55 grand on it, maybe more. On the one on 44 with the cats, I'm getting her. I'm kicking her out on the 12th. Well,
Now,
I'm not.
He hasn't fixed that ceiling yet. Is he fixing that?
You can't. Look at the picture of the kitchen. I'm gonna show you something. So look at the ceiling towards the left side, and then look all the way to the right side of the cabinets. I got flooring done in here. This is just an older picture from 2 days ago, but the right side is very, very, very small, and the left side is fat. The gap between the cabinets and the ceiling, if you can see that. And so what happened basically is that the house started to sink into the floor, like into the ground, and it started to settle over the years. So the whole house is like just leaning a little bit, like a really small amount.
Well, you could put some.
He's putting trim up there.
Down there.
He's gonna put trim to cover that up, but the ceiling is gonna stay the same. And it's not like the ceiling's gonna really add value, is it?
Well, I mean, if you were selling it, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely, but it's just gonna be as a rental as of right now. And my game plan is to sell it off as a lease option after 5 years.
You mean rent it?
Yeah, rent to own basically. So I'm gonna do 10. So 5 years. I'm gonna just say, hey, look, here's a lease option on this haunted house, and we're gonna, if you like it, you're gonna go ahead and pay me $10,000 down payment, and we'll stretch that down payment over the next 5 years, right? So whatever rent is, I'll collect that down payment on top of the rent, and then we'll use that down payment towards the purchase of the home if you choose to decide to buy. If you don't, and if you want to back out, then you just lost equity on that 10 grand. If that makes sense. But this way, I hold a mortgage, and now I don't have to pay sales tax for capital gains on that thing. Since I take installments over the next 10 years of me making, me taking payments on the house.
Okay, but with that one, what you want to do, what you're going to need to have, you'll need an attorney involved to do a mortgage at that point.
Yeah, so I have a transaction coordinator out of PA. I can give you his info as well. His name is Damien. He's fantastic. He'll charge me $1,500 and draft up everything.
But is he licensed in New Jersey?
He's not licensed in New Jersey, but he has attorneys on his team, and he takes care of New York, New Jersey, and PA.
Okay.
So he specializes. I'm sorry.
How it's written up, you have to follow the New Jersey law. That's
Of no, for sure. So he specializes in creative deals. So he'll do subject twos, hybrids, and seller finance deals. And this thing would be a hybrid because it would be a wraparound mortgage because I'm having a note on the property and I'm gonna wrap it around with a fatter note. So like let's say if I had $600 monthly payments from the bank, I'm gonna go ahead and charge interest on top of that, and then do a 10-year mortgage for these guys, and then just collect all those payments on top of my mortgage, and pay off my mortgage a lot quicker, and just get the thing done in 10 years. And yeah, I get the price that I wanted for the house. I'm not in a rush of paying it off anytime sooner, but they pay off my mortgage, I pay it off, I get an extra 10 grand for the house, and yeah, call it done. Now I don't pay sales tax. So I mean, it's a long run, and it's a nice way to sell your home. But and look, the risky part is like I would have to just collect enough of a down payment, where if they just decided to like break the lease, or at that 5-year buy-in period, if they don't buy, then I'm just up $10,000, and I could.
What you're going to do is have them pay an additional 10 grand over 5 years
Mm-hmm.
to basically save them down payment money
Yes.
and to go get a mortgage and buy you out.
No, they're not even gonna get a mortgage. I'll give them a mortgage. They just need to afford my payments.
They're not going to afford a 10-year mortgage.
So I need to find a person that will, and that's it. And if not, then I continue renting the place.
I'm just trying to think of how that would. I mean, 10-year mortgage, if you sold it at, I don't know, 110,000.
Yeah.
Okay. What a mortgage would be over 10 years on that. What a mortgage payment would be.
I gotta do. I'm just hypothetically speaking right now. I would definitely have to run numbers and make it work. If the numbers work at 15 years, then
you're not talking about $1,500 a month at that point. You're talking about like 5 grand, 10 grand or more.
no. Here, I mean whatever the numbers may be. Here, I can pull up a.
Amortize 110,000 over 10 years.
Here, give me a sec. $110,000 with $10,000 down, with a 6% interest rate. That's $1,100. $1,100 and $4.66. So yeah, it's not bad. It's like, yeah, $10,000 a year, and then interest on top.
Who's paying the taxes
Them.
and insurances?
So up to year 5, until they start this whole thing, I'm paying everything. Once they start the entire process, then they pay it. And then now I'm just collecting this money and not having to pay out any expenses. Plus, if anything breaks, now they're the owner. I don't have to take care of anything. So up to year 5, I get to depreciate the property. After year 5, I get to not pay taxes on the sale of the property. So I think it's a win-win. And then for them, if they can't get approved for a mortgage, like me, for example, me being an entrepreneur, they get to take the advantage of basically buy here, pay here program. And if they default on year 5, then if they don't perform on year 5 on what we agreed to, then I keep their 10 grand, and I go do it to someone else, or I just continue renting it out to them until they could possibly do it in the future, or they move and I get a new tenant. It's a win-win for me and them. It's just that I would have to train them in order for them to not think like a consumer and start thinking like an owner, and telling them like, every time I see them, let them know and educate them on home ownership and tell them like, hey, why would you want to just continue renting forever? Why wouldn't I just help you buy this place? It's definitely not conventional, but it's a nice way to get someone else started and help myself out not paying taxes. That way, like, I'm educating these people, giving them a chance for home ownership, and yeah. What do you think?
Again, as long as an attorney's preparing it for you, and the clauses are put in, all the attorneys I know that do these, it's in there that, after 30 days, if you miss a mortgage payment and it's 30 days late, he can foreclose.
Yeah.
On day 31, he can start foreclosure.
Yeah. What, on me?
No, on them.
Oh, yes, for sure. For sure.
Versus, what a lot of these banks do.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll wait 3, 4, 5 months. But no, it's in there that they have the right at
Yeah.
30 days. If you don't make your mortgage payment at 30 days, they conceivably can just go ahead and foreclose.
Definitely. But yeah, no, I was thinking about this a lot, and I was thinking about me, like, just doing a nice acquisition, rehab, and then exit, all without paying taxes. And I think this is like this is the best way, because I found a guy that I'm friends with that does the same thing with $1 million properties on the shore. And we had like an hour-long conversation. We're about to have dinner sometime soon. And then he's been doing this for 40 years, and he became a very, very wealthy man because I was complaining to him about me having to manage my wholesale operation and then always getting distracted with these rentals that I have. So like, it's making me not want to own rentals. And he was like, no, you want to own rentals, and if that's your problem, then I'll tell you a solution. He was like, why not just let the tenants become owners and have them deal with all the issues? And then now you're educating the poor. You're giving them a chance to be empowered by becoming homeowners and making wealth in the neighborhood like that. And then you're also increasing home values because now they take care of the place, and it's not just being slummed out throughout the years.
Well, if he's dealing with $1 million homes,
Yeah, true.
typically you're not running into that. You're doing that in Salem, you're still running a risk of that happening at some point.
You're right. You're definitely right.
Where the education comes into play is continual education on how to budget. Because that's what these people can't do.
Yeah.
They can't
You're right.
And you got all these stupid ass companies out here that offer same day pay.
That is pretty stupid.
What?
That's pretty stupid. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you're because by the end of the week, it's
You got nothing left.
or in the 2 weeks, they're taking that money and they're spending it every day.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh fuck, I got no money to pay my bills. Because I took that money out every day to go jerk off.
Right.
And I'm like, no. That's not teaching responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupidity. Because
Yeah.
if that's happening. And I mean, listen, Mr. Employer doesn't give a shit. Because these guys are happy.
Yeah, definitely.
They're going to come to work every day because they know every day at the end of the day,
Yeah,
cash out.
for sure.
But, I mean, Uber and Lyft offered that option at one point. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if they do, but they did. I was like, yeah, I can wait a week.
Right.
and I get it. It was offered more for those people that were, hey, you know, I'm going to go out tonight because I want to make some money and take my girlfriend out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
Right.
Or run during the day so I can take my girlfriend out tonight. This is my day off.
I don't know. I think that's all like pretty ridiculous, if you ask me. But beats me. Rick, wanted to, before I forget the main point of this conversation I was trying to get at. So I got a crazy voicemail from Jose Fernandez, and here's what happened. So he's going through court in 2 more days, I believe. I think he's going to court on the 17th, I think he said. 16th or 17th, something like that. But he's got 2 more days to go to court, and he needs like some sort of updated pictures. Did what's his name, Edgar, get back in touch with you at all to see if he's gonna do it or not?
I mean, he said he was going to go out there and do stuff. He's like, listen, I don't know what else they want. I got 2 full dumpsters sitting there. It's not like they can't see that I'm not doing shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just telling you, the township went by, took pictures, and they're still assed up.
Yeah. Should I tell this guy, like, hey, look, this guy is taking care of the renovation right now. You could potentially try to reach him, but I don't know.
Well, I sold the property. This guy, if you go by and look, you can clearly see he's cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm.
There's, you know, dumpsters there that are full right now. You know, he's getting the stuff out.
Right.
You know, it's an investor that's got multiple properties, and, you know, this is just one of them that he's taking care of.
Right.
Not really those trees.
So, I mean, let me know what he says, if he's actually doing it or not, or what's going on. At least I could have something to show this guy, because he's just like up my rear end. I don't even. Yeah, at this point, I'm about to just tell him like, hey, look, it was sold to this such and such company. I won't say like a name or number or anything, and that's about it.
So listen, all you gotta do is drive by, and you know you can tell the city to do the same. Work's being done. You know, the biggest thing is I don't own it anymore. That's where you gotta tell them. Listen, I do not own that property. I sold it. The current owner is, if you drive by, taking care of all of the things that you wanted addressed.
Because it did say like 7 days to close. It should be like, you know, completely knocked down and clean. And then that's why he's just tripping out.
And the majority of their crap is in a dumpster.
I know. It's just it's not all of it in the dumpster, and that's why he's just freaking out. And then the city is also saying the same thing, because like he knocked it down, but there's still like a pile of rubble on the floor. And then on the other end, there's here, I'll send you some pictures, because I went out there too, because he was bugging me out.
But I got the ones that you sent.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I can't force him to do it. I can just keep telling him, listen, there's issues. You need to go and address them.
I know.
I thought he needed to be done by today. Now, I haven't been out there because, you know, I was busy in court taking care of an eviction. And, you know, after that, trying to sell some properties to make money.
Yeah. So like you see like the little pile of just rubble. It's just that. I think you clean that up, and I think the city will just shut up. I think that's like the biggest concern that they probably have with them.
I'll ask him if he's got any updated pictures, because I told him it had to be done by today.
Yeah. And then on the other side, there's like a roof that has like trees through it. I don't even know. I don't know. Just know that Jose's.
If I sell them and pissing off your investors, they're gonna stop doing shit, and you're just gonna be sitting with a pile of crap that doesn't get any work done.
I know.
It's like, all you gotta do is go see his progress.
Right.
He's owned the property for how long? The other idiot owned it for how long and did nothing?
Exactly. Right. See,
So,
it's
yeah.
the city is not like bashing him; they're bashing the other guy, and because the other guy has the fine, right?
Well, that's what I mean. And I told you, just because he sold the property doesn't mean they're going to take away that fine.
Yeah.
And,
No, like
you
you
know,
said, he's just trying to.
get it done.
He's just trying to decrease that fine as much as he can, and that's why he had it in the contract to put it in there specifically so we don't do something like this. And like as I as I assigned it over to him, like he takes over all the rights to that contract, right? So it's like whatever I agreed to, he has to take over. So I just want him to like know that as well. You know what I mean? Because this guy is like pissed and he's upset that he has to pay 28 grand. I don't want him dealing with Edgar and giving him issues either. That's why I'm just making sure that I keep communicating with you whatever is going on right now.
Yeah, and I'll let Edgar know. Listen, you got to get this done.
Yeah.
And if it's on the done, just get it up.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
I mean, is it going to be done by Tuesday? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if he's looking to have the fine lightened, I mean, the city should look at him and say, okay, this much has been done, so we're going to take this much off.
Right. Tell me more about this warrant company, Catherine. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, I don't know Pilesgrove Township as well, but,
Mm-hmm.
they're just feeling like, bitch, just because you sold it,
Yeah.
doesn't make that fine go away, because you had all that time to do it before you sold it.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let's see how it goes.
But I'll keep writing Edgar.
Did you
We got the updates.
did you show anybody Lindenwold or the other one?
I said to a bunch of people, and so far nobody's at 120 to 115
For what?
on the bike.
At what, Lindenwold?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good. I have it at 100. Let's move it.
Now wait, you told me.
What?
You told me you had it under contract for 100.
Yes.
So that means that's what the seller is getting.
Yes.
Okay. So we need to get it for you were saying 115.
Yeah, you could just start marketing at 115. Even if we get 110, like who cares?
Alright, I'll let them know. I'm still gonna tell them, hey, he dropped it to 114.5.
Well, you said one how much?
I told Edgar 120.
Okay.
And he just looked at it and he's like, dude, I don't know how much work I gotta do it now. I mean, I already know I gotta get 2 dumpsters just to empty that shit out.
Yeah.
And after that, I have no clue what the floor is.
Well, it's full. It's full gut.
He says, I don't know what they are. He said, the RV you're telling me is 240 to 260.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if I gotta full gut that thing, he says, I'm in about that much to full gut it.
Mm.
And clean up the yard, landscape the yard. I'm like, I said, well, if you do it pretty, maybe it's a $300,000 house.
I'll definitely take a look into that.
I said,
Warranty companies.
you can change what the comps are by changing the appearance.
Yeah. Well, the comps. I mean, I don't really like to give out my buyers comps because then they're like, oh, I don't know where you got this from or that from, whatever. And yeah. So, but I know the comps out there. You can get 250, like 230 to 260. That's what my comps are for that property on Lindenwold.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I had to go out quite a ways to find those from that property.
Mm-hmm. No, right in that same neighborhood.
It was like, well, 2/10 of a mile there were some, and then you had to go a little bit further out to get. I think I went half a mile total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to have at least 15.
15 comps.
Yeah.
That's nice. You're right. I only use the ones in that same
I
neighborhood.
know who I'm fighting with.
I only use the ones in the same neighborhood. I didn't even go out of that neighborhood.
I would love to, but the problem that you run into
Not enough.
is that this are worthless because you may only get 3 or 4
Yeah, exactly.
in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
Some
that's.
days you might not get any.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, what you have to do is, again, I have to take like an appraiser. I need to go out and try and stay within, like with Hill, I'll try and stay on Chestnut Street side if it's a property in that area. I try not to go over to the other side of Broadway because the comps change.
Yeah, they do.
But sometimes you don't have a choice
Mm-hmm.
because you can't find comps.
Right.
And I mean, I've even had to go to the point where I went out from just 6 months to maybe a year.
Yeah.
You know, it's a game of numbers. And I know that an appraiser, the minimum that they use number-wise is 8. They won't comp any less than 8. They
Mm-hmm.
want at least 8 per solid comp.
Right. Okay.
For them to come in with an appraisal, they want at least 8. So I try and stick between, I try and go above them
Okay.
so that I can see. And if, you know, I'm looking at some of them, like it's hard with some of the splits.
Right. Right.
They're a single family, but
Oregon is beautiful,
they're
by the way.
still a twin. It's not a true detached single family home.
You're right.
So I have to look at, and they're going to look at it the same way. Well, I can't. If the single family over here is detached, I can't comp back to this. It's not the same house.
Mm-hmm. Rick, I mean, take a look at what they say at 230 to 260. Because still, it's 50 cents on the dollar or less. You know, it's still an okay deal. Anybody that's not looking to just like absolutely get every little penny out of their rehab can still make this work. You know, and if they want an estimate from a contractor, I could get Vic in there. He's already supposed to go in there and take a look and give me an estimate, but he's just been busy with mine, and then he got yours after.
I'm losing you. I don't know if it's the storm coming through here or where you're at.
There is a storm here too. Yeah. Can you hear me better?
No, I'm getting it's garbled. It's like every couple words I catch.
Okay. Well, it's all right. See if you can shop it around to your guys and let me know what they say. Let's get just this thing done with. Hello?
What was that?
I said let's just get this thing done with. Shop it around to your guys, see what they say.
All right.
And then I have more coming up. One in Carney's Point, one in Pennsville, and another one in Paulsboro.
Oh, but you don't send me Carney's Point in Pennsville, right?
I am sending it to you.
Huh?
I'm sending you both of them. They're gonna be occupied with tenants.
So which Carnes Point in Pennsville?
I just need pictures of them. That's why I didn't send it to nobody yet.
Oh, well, like today I was up there. I couldn't take pictures.
So we still need to get someone in there, though. You know what I mean? I need to get him to just get someone in there first with those tenants.
Oh, he's got tenants in place.
Yeah.
Same owner and
Same.
hotels.
Same owner for all three of these. For Westville, Pennsville, Carney's Point, and Paulsboro. Same owner for all four. Yep. Yeah, this guy is no joke. And he's got the same one in Salem, the green one, the fourplex on Broadway.
Yeah, the fourplex is a joke.
Yeah, that thing is a piece of turd, and he wants way too much for it, so he's not gonna get that.
No.
But I told him, like, look at the other ones.
And
Let me.
the addresses for the ones. At least I can drive by them.
I'll send them to you later on tonight. I gotta still make a couple more phone calls, and I gotta run to the bathroom really quick.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon. Let me know if anything changes with Edgar. I'm just gonna send an email out. Like I don't even want to call him right now. My brain is too fried. I'll call him in the morning. The other guy.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon, Rick.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye. All right. Yeah. So Catherine, that's awesome. I would love to hear her name and discuss it with her. Most reliable. Yeah. See. You can go for a home warranty company. I don't know too much about them. However, let's say if I were to fix and flip a house, I would stand by my word. So let's say if I was making $100,000 on this fix and flip, I would stand by my word and give them a year warranty on me, just on me. So it'd be like, look, if you buy a Shyam property, just know that you're good. You're covered for a whole year, and I stand by my word. Anything goes wrong, you give me a call, and I'll have my guys come and fix that, like immediately. Same day. So, yeah, if I'm gonna, I'll talk to her and then give her your. All right, sounds good. I'm the same, what's it called, @ sign or username for all socials, and you can, I can do a backflip, or here, I'll hit the ceiling. No, you're awesome. So yeah, tell her to DM me or something, and I'll give her my phone number. Just try. No, I'm not going to try to do a backflip and knock myself out hitting my head on the wall. But yeah, I can do backflips. Here. Let me use the bathroom really quick. I've been drinking a whole lot of water. Be right back. And then we're going to call another guy that I'm actually trying to do deals with in South Carolina. And I bought 4 properties from him already. So he's been waiting on my phone call this whole time. And then we're going to talk to the guy with the lawsuit tomorrow. I don't even want to deal with him. He's a freaking headache. Be right back. Give me like 2 minutes, guys. We are back. Okay, Cat. All right, leave Catherine alone. All right, so where you at, Jane? Nope, wrong guy. There he is. Let's see what's happening. And I gotta call a broker too. We're really good friends.
Please leave your message for 85.
I think I called the wrong phone number or something. I don't know. Let's try this one. Hopefully this one goes. Okay. Hey Gene, I got carried away with calls. Calls. Call me back when you get a chance. Let me find this phone number for the guy. What was this address that he wanted? Here. So basically, he's a good buddy of mine, but he's older. He doesn't know how to use tech too much. I showed him what's happening. I'm gonna get the phone number of this lady here for him. Okay, we're just gonna go on True. Alright. Yeah, as long as you're on the internet, like, I can pull up any of your data. And then this lady lives in where? I can pull up her address. Her mailing address is Walker. Here. There you go. Boom. I'm gonna get him the contacts, that way he can reach out to her and see if she'd possibly consider an offer. But I highly doubt that she's gonna consider an offer, just because Chelsea, there she is. I highly doubt it, because she just bought the property and she has a mortgage from like 2022. So she's not about to really sell. I don't think so, but here's her info. Give it a shot, G. Come on. My computer's been so slow, I can't wait for the new MacBook to come out. Looks like she just bought the place about 2 years ago. All right, now. Thank you. Let's reach out to, what's their name? Candace. So she took me out to lunch like a whole year ago or so, while she visited me in Pennsylvania. She's a broker out in Texas.
Hang on a second.
Sure.
Actually, can I call you right back? We just walked in the door and I got to pee.
No, you're good. Call me back.
I'll call you right back.
All right, bye. All right, cool. I want to reach out to a couple of agents right now. So let's try to do that real quick. I want to see some on-market stuff. Let's go to good old Zillow. We were doing this the other day, and like I had a bunch of people like freaking out on live. like scammer. Like no, I'm just trying to find some deals to do some flips with. You know, that's all it is. So let's take a look. I was super close. I thought I had a deal on my hands, and then I didn't, unfortunately. But it is what it is. That's just how it is. We are trying to find. All right, we got Gene calling back. Hey, Gene.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Hopefully, I didn't catch you at a bad time, like dinner or something.
No, actually, I was dropping my car off at a shop down the street from me, and guy opened up a shop here, so I figure might as well use them.
Definitely, yeah, for sure. I got to get my oil change done too.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my wife's car, so I just dropped it off and came back, and
Okay.
I left my phone here, so.
No worries, no worries. Well, yeah, I did dig into that property. I found her. I found you the phone number of that lady, Chelsea.
Yeah.
But it looks like she bought the property a couple of years ago, and she got a mortgage on the place, and she owes like 178 grand.
Yeah, that's what I've seen too. I'm negotiating with her about buying it, and
Oh, nice.
at least I know, how much she owes.
Well, why not maybe
And
just
the realtor, it's up to a realtor, right? And the realtor is just not doing their job, and they're not giving any information on what I requested.
what did you request?
What's that?
What did you request?
Well, okay, so I got the disclosure agreement, and it's basically saying there's something wrong with the well, something wrong with the septic, and something wrong with the air conditioning, and termite damage. And
Wow.
so what I did, I went out and took a look at it, and I pulled away. Look, I'm on one side of the house, and I see that the siding is on top of each other.
Yeah.
So I pulled the siding back, and there was a little space where I could look up underneath. That was like a crawl space. Because I moved the siding, I was able to see that on the top plate, where the cement is, where the brick block is, the top plate, they use 2x4 instead of a 2x6. And more than that, they have a gap between the 2x4 and the top plate of about 1.5 inches, which that may not be termites. It may be bowing the 2x4 with the weight. It's not made for, there's no way. It's not even made for a 2x6 to take that kind of pressure. So anyway, I asked for more information about the septic and the air conditioning and the termite thing, and I'm just not there. We gave you the information. We didn't give us any information other than that there's issues, and well, that's all the information we have, and that's what she's saying. And I'm not, I want to know more than that.
Yeah.
Before I pull the trigger on it. It does help though to know that what she owes. Because I went in there, I said, "Oh, you gonna give me any more information?" She was like, "I can't give you what I don't have." I said, "Okay, then 140,000. I'll pay for it."
Yeah.
And then she turned that down.
Yeah. Well, no, she it should tell you exactly how much she owes. So it's at 178,000, and she's got $1,000 payments on it, and she's got it locked up at 5.78% interest rate.
Okay. And what does that show? What month she's paid on up till? Or no? I didn't look at it yet.
What month? What? Like what month she makes her payment?
Is that current?
Yeah, that's current.
That's the current. Okay.
Yeah, from the beginning of next month. It even shows her loan due date. So her loan due date is like July 1st, 2025. And the recording date is when the loan was made, was July 27th, 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's with Fairway Independent. Here, let me see. Independent Mortgage Company.
Okay.
And so it's a FHA loan, which is assumable, but see if
Well,
she.
no, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna buy it. You know, I'm gonna pay outright for it. But I need to
Okay.
know. I just don't know what I do not want to pay 178,000 for a house and wind up getting a new septic, a new well, and a new air conditioning. You know, they're
Yeah,
high ticket items. They need to, provide me with a little more information because if it needs a new well and a new septic, I'm not buying it for that because I don't feel that it'll be worth, the investment.
definitely not. No.
I just don't see it, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I figured, being I'm not getting any information from the realtor, I figured I would get the information, get her information and see if she's willing to talk. She may be the one that's not willing to talk. That's why the realtor isn't talking.
Right.
Because the more you have, the more you talk, the more you say, the more someone can hold you to. In other words, if you say the dishwasher works and you get in there and the dishwasher don't work, well then they can, hold you for that, to have that fixed.
Mhm.
They can prove it, but
Yeah.
so, but yeah. So what did you want to talk about the other night, man?
I honestly forgot. Oh no, yeah, it was Mark. He was just trying to be manipulative, and I just told him off like, I could basically do whatever the lease does, and I just put it at that. He wanted me to waive late fees and stuff, and he was just like, trying to make me feel like a bad human being, and I I didn't really care because I was like, well, I rent too. In my head, you know what I mean? I'm thinking like I rent too, and if I did what you're wanting me to do, my landlord would probably kick me out or something, or if try to evict me. So it's like you're not the only one on this earth that rents. Like I rent myself, So
Well, I told you he's got a lot of manipulation with him, so almost everything he says, I don't think he rehearses it though. You know what I mean? He doesn't
no,
try to make it make sense. He doesn't hear it like we hear it. And but like he'll say stuff and it will completely say something completely different in the next sentence.
yeah,
And it's kind of like I thought you said. Try to talk circles around that. It's almost not worth bringing up.
yeah,
This contradiction because because then you just talk circles around that, So
yeah. And if I give him
leeway,
leeway,
I seen you post that actually.
yeah, exactly.
And I said, this sounds like Mark to me. That sounds like Mark to me. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because look, if I give him leeway one time, then he's gonna expect that again and again and again. So I'm like, no, whatever. You signed the dotted line, you agreed to something. Now you're gonna follow through with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at this other house, man. This is pretty sweet deal. We got to work out some things. Now that's one house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm only looking at two houses at this point.
Okay.
That blue house, the one where we just I call it the termite house because they said it had termites, and I don't believe it's termites.
Yeah.
And then there's this other one called the L shape. It's got a Generac generator. I got a Generac generator here. It's going with me unless someone makes me a sweet offer to leave it. I sell this house.
I love the properties that you pick. They're like this one's in the middle of nowhere. I love it.
Yeah. Well, this other one, man, is it's completely humongous, and it's got a downstairs apartment.
Really?
I mean, you walk in the front door off the front lawn,
yeah.
Right? And you're on level ground, but the back drops so much that there's a back door, and it's the apartment. It's only one entrance and one exit, and it's just a one bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, living room. And And so I'm looking at this thing, and then the other part of the basement, you could just build a whole house down there if you want a second house,
Right.
you know. But the other part of it's not finished.
Mm-hmm.
Still dirt floor and all that, and that's the biggest spot.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm looking at this, and I'm actually in direct talks with the homeowner about it, and you know, there's a couple of things that, you know, we need to work out, because there is some things like the back deck.
Yeah.
The back deck off the house all needs, at least the face part of it needs to be replaced. You can't even walk out there. You could walk out there. He's not letting anybody walk out there because someone will turn around and sue them, you know, if they fall through. But it's looking pretty rough, you know. But you know, there's just things like that, you know. And but I'm going to pursue one or the other. I'm not sure, you know. Really, what I'm waiting for is the Lord to open up a way for either one of them, you know. So my daughter can move down here with me.
I gotcha.
That's why I'm looking for this double. But then after that, after I get her, them two, and my wife wants me to get back into the rental thing. This time, you know, we're just going to do it as a group.
Nice.
Not just me, all me.
I like that.
So,
I like that. And you know, your daughter showing interest in that is just fabulous.
she always wanted to do that, but she was like, she always just thought I was too busy for her. And I was like, I'm never too busy for you. You could have came with me, you know?
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
But anyway, you know, I could see how she could think that, though, you know, without, you know, she didn't want to interrupt me. So, and I'm like, no, you're not an interruption. You're my daughter.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so I didn't know my husband wanted to get into it too. You know where we were just talking about what's his face, the liar.
Oh, Mark?
You're telling, yeah, Mark. You know where they live. You know.
Yeah. On 7th.
Yeah. He lived there at one time. He lived there. My daughter's, before it was her boyfriend even. His dad, who lives an hour away where I live, threw him out of the house, and he was a classmate of Lindsay's, and he needed a place to stay, and I rented it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's right there.
Okay. Well, look, I'm also looking to get into the rental game, like near Myrtle Beach area, to do Airbnbs. I really want to do that.
Yeah, that is. I think, you know, Myrtle Beach is going to be the. You know, the only thing I'm worried about. See, everybody needs a place to live.
Yep.
But with the economy and everything the way it is, not everybody's going to want to rent for vacation. You know.
That's true.
I'm a little worried about that. If Donald Trump gets in there, you know, I really do believe that America's best days are behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that, I just believe that what Biden has done is irreversible, and that it's the last nail in a coffin for us. So why I say that, why I'm saying that, because I'm saying that, you know, that kind of market for, you know,
It means a lot coming from this guy because he's not stupid. He's had 65 rentals at his peak.
I just don't think it's going to be. You may always have a market. You still will have a market for a little bit, but it's not going to last.
Well, the only way. Well, Gene, the only way I would buy is if it would cash flow at a long-term rental. So I don't just have one option as a short-term, you know. And I could keep it as a short-term for the time being, and whenever it doesn't work out too well, because look, in the winter times, it's not going to work out too well.
Right.
So I mean, if I can get a midterm tenant in the wintertime, like a traveling nurse or something like that, that'd be great. Or reach out to one of those insurance companies. And this is kind of like a trial run. I want to try out at least one of them and see how it goes. And if it goes all south, like completely the other way around, I just rent it out long term because I bought good enough to buy as a long term rental in the first place.
There you go. Well, all I was saying is that I'm going to stick with the rentals
Yeah.
myself, just the rentals, straight up rentals. And I definitely want to get down in the Myrtle Beach area. I got my work truck.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do one more thing to it, but they're having a tough time finding a part, and Ford don't even have it. So, so basically, as soon as I get that last thing done, that thing will be in top condition. I'll be able to put a gazillion miles on it, and ready to roll. So I'm getting that ready at the same time, as I'm getting prepared to get back into the rental stuff. Because like I said, I know I've told you this, probably only you, except for my family, that I'm getting back into this. I'm just waiting, man. You gotta see what I'm seeing, and what I am seeing, right, does not mean it's going to happen. What I mean, I'm going past houses that, the weeds and the trees are growing up really close to it. It's been that vacant that long, and I need to start stopping, knocking, or figuring out who owns these. Get that app, which I do have on my phone. I just haven't paid for the prescription yet to use it. So, but I did download a couple of apps on. You could be in front of somebody's house and they'll tell you exactly who owns it.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't know if I can get a phone number out of it though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And a couple of the agents.
I'll send you all this stuff. I'll send you all the websites and everything, and even the one that I just use right now. I'm actually affiliated with them, so I'll send you all the info. Yeah, and
Okay, cool.
the website that I use to like find the names of people. If I'm just doing like one at a time, I just use the free version. But let's say if you have like a list of like 500, you're not gonna sit there and find the names all day. So I just there's an option to pay like 12 cents a lead or something like that through there. But whatever, I'll send whatever you want to do, but I'll send you all the places to
I
use.
appreciate that, man. I really do. Yeah. How I almost hate to ask how you making up the Marianne.
Oh wow, I did not even get a chance to update you, but I'm going to court on the 12th of next month.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Is she still in there?
she's still in there. I think so. She hasn't made payments for 2 months, so I'm not even bothering her.
Yeah, she's something.
Yeah, and she didn't really I didn't see anything that's being moved or anything like that. So hopefully I just go there in court, get a notice to get her out of there, show up with the sheriff with a new lock or something, and yeah, that call it a day.
Yeah, well, basically, you win there. You got 3 days. You gotta wait before you can make your next move to do the lockout, put in for the lockout. But that's the way it is.
Okay.
And then, but you got Adam doing that.
Yeah, I got Adam doing that.
Then he'll let you know all that. What you got to do.
Okay. It's gonna be the happiest day of my life. I'm gonna be jumping up and down.
And you tell Adam, look, you're losing money here on this. So losing money every day she's in there. If he can make sure he does it in a timely manner. Put in for the warrant of removal. Or in a timely manner, you would appreciate it.
Definitely.
So, yeah, and something told me, man. She gave me that feeling. I was like, oh man, I was really hoping I was wrong about it, though.
It's all right. It is what it is.
Bill's wife told me that she really does have a place. She's convinced. But,
so why go through all this?
Huh?
Why go through all this?
Yeah. Well, the other side of this is, albeit I got mad at her. I got so mad at her at one time that I wouldn't listen to her anymore. She'd be talking, I would just walk away. That's how mad I was. And so she stopped me one time. She said, "Why are you that mad at me?" I said, "Why wouldn't I be that mad at you?" And she said, and she and she said, "Well, that's why I'm asking." I said, "Because you told me this woman was a good tenant. Here, I come to find out, how could you possibly even know that?" She said, "Well, I was just trying to stick up for her." I said, "No, what you were doing is you weren't sticking up for me." And she said, "I never thought of it like that." I said, "You gave me the biggest headache I've had in a long time." I said, "That's what you gave me. And it's all because of you, because I said, I don't want any more of your recommendations. None. Zero. Zilch." I said, "You're supposed to be a friend? Well, I don't need friends like you." I said, "I would have never, ever, ever done that to you."
And this is
And she
Victor's
was
wife?
crying, you know what I mean? But I was just like, I was really livid. You know, this woman was conniving, like one of the worst. Like, man, just like crazy stuff.
This is Vic Major's wife, or who are you talking about?
Oh, no. Bill Fuse's wife, Claudia. My electrician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him. So, but we're over that, past that now. But I was really upset with her, you know, because I cut her a break moving in. I cut her a lot of breaks on Claudia's word, and turned around. Boy, she just was, you know, really really wise on how to take landlords over.
Yeah.
But anyway, it didn't work. I mean, she got out a lot sooner than she thought she had, you know, because I was that good. I stayed on top of things, but
well,
you know, most guys got a job and they're working and they can't focus on it like that.
Yeah, and now she's stuck with a eviction on her, you know what I mean, record. I mean, she's very, very old. I mean, I don't think she's gonna care, but still, it's not a good thing to have.
Yeah, I just don't know why. What happened with the house that she supposedly had?
Oh, Bill's wife?
No, Mary Ann. She's supposed to move into a house.
Oh, her son's place?
I don't know. No, it was. Claudia told me it was a house for her. Nothing to do with her sons.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know. You know, it makes my head spin to think about it.
Whatever. I don't even want to think about it. I just want to get this thing over with. Like, I feel bad for the lady, but like at this point, I don't. She just, I feel like she just wants to screw me over in every little way that she possibly can.
Right. And wait till she gets in front of the judge and tries to, you know. But Adam's smart, you know. And look, Adam's smart enough, and you have my permission, you know. Not that you want it, but you know, Adam needs to cut that off from the date you bought it. Anything she has to say, all predates, is going to predate from when you had it, because you did a whole lot more. You're trying to get in there under great difficulties from her, when I gave up a long time ago and should have been in there and made it for me to go in there, you know, make it happen. But so Adam needs to judge. This is irrelevant, because that was Mrs. when the previous landlord had it.
Yeah.
You know, she's going to have to do that a lot if she even shows up.
I don't think she's gonna show up.
Yeah.
I really don't
Probably
think
right.
she's gonna show up. And I mean, I don't even want to talk to her. Like, it is what it is. I don't even like to think about her anymore. All I care to think about is like, how soon can I get her out? How soon can I clean all this stuff up? And when can I get this thing rehabbed and refinanced and get a decent person in there? And I'm gonna do like lease options after year 5 to try to see if I do find someone decent. I'm gonna try to do a lease option for someone else to you know what I mean, help them own the property.
Right.
And that's what I would want to do on the other one as well, on 85 Chestnut. I'm making it really nice, and I want to put a really nice tenant inside and give them a 5-year lease option. That way I can get inside these homes and I can also exit without paying any kind of taxes.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, cool.
and like I learned this from another guy. He said he was doing this for 40 years, but he does it on the shore on $1 million properties. So he basically, I was complaining to him that like, hey, look, I'm trying to grow my wholesale operation, but it's such a headache every time I get a call about like something small, and it's not even the tenants; it's just the properties that are older. So he was like, well, don't stop buying properties. He's like, continue to keep buying properties, but maybe try out lease options. And then he told me like the whole like ins and outs of it, and I was just amazed. And he was like, you can wrap around your mortgages with a little bit higher of a mortgage for them, give them the price that makes sense for both of you guys, and then you collect a down payment from them over the next 5 years until that lease option is due. And then if they buy it, then they buy. You can use that money towards their down payment, and if they don't, you keep that money and you give them, you can extend that lease option again. So I was like, that's interesting. Okay. So he was like, this way you make your money out of it. You don't have to manage the property, and once they do purchase it, you don't have to pay for taxes, insurance, none of that. It's all the responsibility, and then you just collect on that note, like mailbox money.
Yeah, but then how do you make sure they have insurance? Because if it burns down, it burns down your profit.
You're right.
You know.
You're very right.
That's the only thing I see bad about that. And then but even with a lease purchase like that, there could be some kind of tax liability, income tax that you make an off of or something.
No. So there's no capital gains because you're taking installment.
Okay.
Here's the thing about the insurance. So the mortgage, the original note is still on my name, and that's through the bank. So through their PITI, it already has taxes and insurance right through it.
Okay.
So I'll still go ahead and make them pay for the taxes and insurance through my payments. So as the payments I get from them.
Okay, cool.
That way,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if I owned it outright, then it would be a different story, right? But I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
But
how are you making out, man, financially?
A lot better now. So I had a personal record broken last month, and we wholesaled 5 deals, and so everything's much better now. And
cool.
85 Chestnut. I'm gonna send you pictures of it so you can see how the rehab's going. But I should be done on Wednesday.
All right.
And got the whole thing done for. Well, it's not done yet, but I'm gonna get the whole thing done for around 30,000.
Okay.
And I took your advice on not taking those walls down, just painting over them. Those the paneling.
Yeah, right. That's what. Because once you get into that, I mean,
yeah.
But more than that, you don't know what you're opening yourself up to.
Exactly. And for the cabinets, I just went and replaced them because we got a good deal. So we replaced them, and then my guy, his labor wasn't that bad, so we worked it out. I told him like, look, you do a good job on this one and give me a decent price, and I'll give you work from my other guys. Like I will have work. I'll make sure you never stay on the sideline. I'll get you work for other guys, and then I'll get you another job. And I meant 44 8th Street by that other job.
So, what is he local?
No, he comes from Trenton, but he's down to drive. He's hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so and then I got granite countertops for $15.50, and I figured I'd throw it in just to try to get a really nice tenant inside, and I made the attic into a 3rd bedroom. So now it's a 3-bed, 1 bath with the office.
There you go.
Yeah, and I also found out that Section 8 is willing to pay me $17.50 for rent.
Huh.
Yeah. So one lady I showed it to, and she was like, "Oh, I have a dog and it doesn't have a yard, and I would even be willing to pay for a dog fee, like a pet fee, if you have a property with a yard, and it could even be a single bedroom." and I missed out on that tenant because I don't have anything right now.
Right. Yeah.
So, but that would have been a great Section 8 tenant. She was decent, and apparently her property that she was renting at, it got condemned. So, yeah.
Wow.
One of the ladies from Section 8 reached out to me and let me know.
Well, that's good when they're reaching out to you.
Yeah.
That's the way you want it to be.
Right. So, but yeah.
All right, man. Well, look, I gotta go, brother. But look, keep me updated.
I got you.
Let me know. All right.
I'll send over everything to you as far as those sites go, and then we'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Bye. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back. We're gonna call up this broker real quick. She 7:30 by her, so it's all good.
Hey, stranger.
What's going on, Candace?
Oh my gosh. Well, it is friggin' hot down here.
I know.
Oh my freaking God, it's hot.
I've heard.
And I really shouldn't be complaining at all because I'm not normally out in it very much.
Yeah?
But I don't even remember the last time I talked to you. I've sold a piece of property that I had for 39 acres.
Oh, wow.
There's a huge whole long story behind it, but long story short, I sold this piece of property. I did a 1031 exchange for a 14-acre tract, literally 10 minutes away from the other one. But I sold it because I had inherited it. And unfortunately, there's often chalk rock up there. And the reason that it's a good thing because there's oil in them there rocks. However, when you go to, we thought we would just build a house on it because I inherited this 39 acres. It's been in my family since 1970, blah, blah, blah. And we were just going to build another house. We found out it'd be $40,000 just to put in a well because of those rocks.
Yeah.
And we had just paid our house in 17 and a half acres off. So I thought, silly me, that we'd be able to maybe refinance it or something, which we really didn't want to do. But, we were looking into it. Well, no. Nobody wanted to give me a loan because, the real estate market's been in the crapper.
Yeah.
So, anyway, my stepmother died in November, and don't feel sorry for me. She was a bitch. Anyway, she disinherited me of $100,000 and split it up between her baby daughter and my dad's and my brother, my older brother. And that's a whole long story. We don't need to go into it. I'm too tired. So
Good.
At that point, I realized that my stepsister had known what was happening, but she's a greedy little bitch, and she wanted the money. So she didn't try to do anything. And my mom said it was because I wouldn't come and sit with her when she had had surgery surgery, and she needed people to sit with her afterwards. But it was during COVID, and I've had Lyme disease, and I was like, guys, I cannot go sit with her. I've had Lyme disease. I don't want to get COVID. Do you understand? I have an underlying condition. And they didn't give a shit. They just wanted me to come do it. And I said, look, I'll pay someone to go there. Well, we're worried about COVID. I said, well, me too. Funny thing. And basically I told my sister, because she had told me years and years ago, back in the 90s, I guess, that she had been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. And I was like, no, you're fine. That's not true. And I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even look it up. Because I'm like, that's my sister, and I'm not going to believe it. Well, it turns out people with borderline personality disorder are highly manipulative.
Oh, I believe it.
Her whole freaking life. And she ran my parents around and just took from them and pretended like she was this wonderful, sweet little Christian girl, which I guess she is. But and I even asked her one time, and I said, you don't make waves to get stuff, isn't that right? She goes, yeah. Like this is when she was 60. I'm like, seriously, you are a 60-year-old woman. What in the heck? So anyway, there was bad feelings, and I told Keith, I said, I don't really want to be next to them anyway, so we can't really build, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everything. So I said, let's just look around and see if we can find anything. And so first we looked in Austin and Colorado counties because they're closer to home. And high, expensive. They're terribly expensive. So I said, well, maybe we could find something out in Caldwell. Where my family farm is.
Okay.
And our ranch is on a farm. Dad always called it a farm. He said it's too small. It's only 139 acres. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I found this piece of property. Our ranch was on County Road 235. This piece of property is on County Road 236. Literally 10 minutes away from the other one. But I found this beautiful 14-acre tract that I immediately, and listen, I sell farm and ranch for a living.
Yeah.
I have never seen a piece of property that I love as much as this parcel. I just was in love with it. And so I sold the 39 acres. I did a 1031 exchange for the 14 acres. So that's free and clear. All I'm going to owe is taxes and insurance. Well, taxes on that. And then we had extra money left over, and you have to spend all the money. And I found a 1031 exchange guy who's like, oh yeah, you can do a construction loan with that. And I'm like, excellent, we're going to build a house. So, and in the meantime, I had this office building that I've owned since 2009.
Okay.
And when I got Lyme disease, I stopped using it because I just was like, I just feel like crap. I'm just going to work from home. I mean, it was only 15 minutes from my house, but still. And I actually positive cash flowed it for about 12 or 13 years.
Really?
Listen to this. This is a example of how to do real estate. I guess. So I had this building. I was using it as an office building. I silly me thought that people from the town that then might actually come in and business with me, but no. Most of the people in that town don't own their own houses because there's a slumlord down there that bought up all the houses and rents them out. Anyway, so I get this call from this guy who says, well, I'm an attorney and I'm looking for someplace where I could get some office space in Beasley. And I was like, well, yeah, I have office space. And he says, well, would you ever think about renting it out? And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I could get $100 a month. That would be cool. Because it's just this little 375 square foot building.
Right.
So I said, yeah, I would think about it. What do you have in mind? And he goes, well, do you think you can do it for $500 a month?
And what'd you say?
I said, I might be able to make that work. So for like 12 or 13 years, I didn't have, I paid $150 for the land lease, because it didn't own the land. And, my insurance and the alarm and all that. I positive cash flowed, not a lot, but enough, Anyways, it would cost me anything to have the building there. And he never came there. He was using it as an address because he had gotten a law passed or something through the legislature that said that if you were in a town of less than 1,000 people and all this other crap, to do you remember when deregulated energy. Everybody was opening companies like TSU and
Thank you, Catherine.
all those. Well, that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so he got this passed. And then after about 13 years, he even operated and everything else. I mean, he was operating it, but at some point they said, no, you're not going to get a tax break for that.
Really?
So he's like, I'm out. But the whole time, I had the building, whether I used it or not, it didn't cost me anything.
That sounds like a home run.
Yeah. And it's the thing, here's the really wild thing. So we bought this building in 2009, and
excuse me.
it was owned by this company called Home Lumber.
Okay.
And we didn't really know anything about home lumber because we hadn't lived here very long.
Mm-hmm.
Long story, a little shorter on that one. It turns out that my dad's uncle, my grandmother's brother-in-law. My grandmother was one of 10 kids, one of the youngest.
Okay.
And this guy was and she grew up in Fort Bend County. Her father was the sheriff of Fort Bend County. Like, I got pictures of him in his cowboy hat with his big handlebar mustache and his little gun. And if you go to my website, fortbendneighborhood.com, you'll see a bunch of pictures of him and the family.
Oh, nice.
I kind of go through the family history on there.
Mm-hmm.
So he was well known in the area, but he died in like 1930 or 50. I don't remember when he died, but he died way before I was born. And I don't think my dad ever knew him either. But, he was kind of famous, and I thought, I should use that for marketing, And so I kind of put it on my website and stuff. But there's a road down the street. It actually is. It sort of turns into our road, and it's named Hamlin Road, Hamlink. So we never thought anything about it. But my cousin she was actually my second cousin. She's my dad's cousin. She started telling me all about Fort Bend County because she grew up living out here because her dad was kind of he was the youngest kid in my grandmother's family. And he was kind of a ne'er-do-well, and he was kind of a ladies' man. He was married a bunch of times, had several kids, different women, that kind of guy. And that was her daddy. And she ended up living here with his sister because he was such a screw-up,
Mm-hmm.
And so she knew, like, the history of the area, and she goes, oh, yeah, well, Hamlin Road was named after your great uncle Glenn. It's like, okay. And he, died in 1962 at the age of 103 or something. So
wow.
But I thought that was kind of cool. So my dad had another cousin who was turning 92 one year. For some reason, we all went to this party down in Kemo, which is on the water near Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at Christmas, and they had this parade of boats where they all put lights all over their boats and go down. So that's what we were doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. This is such a fun place to live because there's so many different things to do.
Right.
So anyway, so we're at this thing, and I'm talking to cousins I've never met before, but I find out that they were related to Mr. Hamlink. And I said, well,
I didn't even know what we were talking about.
Building. It was owned by Home Lumber. We moved it, blah, blah, blah. And I started to tell the story. And he goes,
what was she talking about?
Home Lumber. He goes, well, Granddaddy was
Guys gotta help me out here.
Home Lumber and the brother-in-law of Fraker Lehman who built that building. And I'm like, what? So here, it was kind of in the family. We buy it after that, end up buying it, and I have to email you some pictures of it because this is a lumber company, and the building is only 875 square feet.
Okay.
They were showing off. Like, you walk in the front entrance where the lobby is, and it's like vaulted to 12 or 13 feet.
Okay.
And the back is a curved wall, and it's covered with floor-to-ceiling, like 5/8-inch strips of pine all the way around it, and it curves around the corner. And you go down the hallway, and the hallway curves, and the door jamb curves going into this little storage area and a half bath. In the front office, which was always my office, they had wainscoting on the on the walls. Now, there also was some really ugly ass
Yeah.
industrial carpeting, and every time they were going to put in a new phone line, they would just put a conduit on the outside of the wall. They didn't bother to put it in the wall and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of cleaning up to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then behind the curved wall is a little sink area, and then there's a little storage area with a closet and then a half bath. And the back part, there's one big room that doesn't go the whole way because there's another half bath and a little upper and lower sort of right area.
Yeah.
And on one wall in that back room, there's tongue and groove walnut boards, not paneling, boards. And in that wall is a hiding door. You can't see it, it's closed, and all you can see is two hinges on the right-hand side. And you go up to it and you push it and it opens. It's just cool. So we bought it, we moved it to Beasley, and my husband remodeled it for me. He put real hardwood floors in it, and, cleaned up all the stuff. And I used it for a while, and then, like I said, I got sick, and I stopped going down there. And then we just didn't know what to do with it forever. And then recently I tried to sell it on Craigslist, but I don't own the land, and nobody wanted to move it, and it just, blah, blah, blah. So buying this piece of property, I was like, hey, why don't you find out how much it would be to move the building up there? So we end up moving it up there. And for the last, I don't know, couple months, I guess.
I haven't spoken a single
I
word.
had to move it, then I had to get everything labeled, and it's just a rigmarole. But he's been going up there every week to work on this building to turn it into, they put a shower in it the other day, a couple weeks ago. And now they're working
Come on, lady. I need some apartments to buy.
a cover.
Let's talk about apartments.
Building decks on, there's a side door and a front door, so we're going to have a cover over the side door.
Who's still watching? Who's this one loyal soldier still watching?
The whole thing, 16 feet out above.
I'm gonna just wait till she stops talking.
It's going to be 16 by the width of the business building, which is 34 feet. And
all right, now I'm just alone here.
So we were out there, and my
Lonely wolf.
poor husband has been in the heat, and it will not freaking stop raining down here. It does not rain in May and June, typically. But next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's supposed to be freaking raining again. So they can't,
And it's gonna go hard because we just had storms up here. Well, we're having them right now.
Actually, we don't get them from Jersey. We get them from the Midwest.
Ah, from the Midwest. Okay.
Because when I lived in Michigan, I would see a storm that we had, and it would come all the way down the plains, down to Texas. But it's very, very weird weather for it to be raining this much in May and June.
Yeah.
Very weird. They say April showers. Well, not even in April. We typically don't even have showers in April. And a lot of times it rains like hell in February. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing. It was hot. And so we came home, and I've been trying to fix the dish thing at the little house where we've been staying on my sister's property. So anyway,
Right.
it's kind of wiped out.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited because we're fixing to start building the big house.
I can't wait for that. You better send me some pictures.
I'm going to. And here's the thing. Get this. So right across the street from our property, which we randomly picked out, is a 100-acre ranch. And a little old lady that owns it. She's probably not that much older than me.
Okay.
But her husband died 2 years ago, and she has decided she needs to sell the ranch. And so I was talking to her about it, and I said, well, if I was going to sell this ranch, I would auction it. Oh, I'm going to use a local realtor. She's done so much for the community and all that. I said, well, that's cool. But if you use me and you auction it, you don't have to pay any commission.
Yeah.
How would that be? The only thing it costs you is $7,500 to advertise. And then when we close, buyers pay a 12% buyer's premium. The last time I did one of these, I made $44,000 that day.
Oh
because
my.
we didn't actually even auction it. This guy, the way he does it is he does not, and this was back when they would actually do in-person auctions. Those are no more. Everything is online. means it's closed.
No, so out here they're still doing in person. I go to them.
Yeah. Well, they do. Okay, they do the courthouse steps and that sort of thing.
Okay.
But in terms of, for the most part, for farm and ranch especially, for the most part during COVID, everything went online. And now that it's online, nobody's doing it in person anymore.
Really?
In some ways is worse because people get caught up. First of all think that auctions are going to be distressed properties, especially since there was this guy named Shorty Yeaman around here that
Shorty Yeaman?
never auctioned. Yeaman, Yeaman, Shorty Yeaman, isn't that a Texas name? And everything he ever auctioned was a dog, So people have this perception that it's a distressed property. Well, shit. This piece of property has, I think, 3 or 4 tanks on it. We call them tanks down here, but it's like a small lake.
Okay.
And she has exotic animals, and she has a house that's probably worth $800,000, $900,000, plus like the bunkhouse next door, plus a bunch of barns, and it's 100 acres. And so I introduced her to Mark, my auctioneer.
Yeah.
And had her and her son listen to Mark's spiel, because I always tell people, hey, I'm not the auctioneer, but I'd like you to talk to my auctioneer.
Right.
So he explains it, and their minds are blown. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You don't have to pay commission on a 100-acre. I'm probably going to list it for $2 million.
Right.
And so they're all in, except now I've got to get them off the fence and get them to do it. And once I sell that one, oh, baby, nobody else up there is doing this. Nobody.
Interesting.
And I'll tell you what, if I got that listing, I would sit it on the market. It would sit on the market for probably 2 years before it sold.
Really?
That's just how things. Yeah, it's something that big.
Well, I mean, as I get property, maybe you can auction out those. If I get some out in Texas.
Oh my God, we could auction the shit out of your stuff. It doesn't matter where it is.
Really? Even if it's in Jersey?
No, commission. You don't pay commission.
I love
You
it.
gotta pay for the advertising, $7,500. That's it.
Okay. I got like 3 properties right now that I'm trying to wholesale. Yeah, I don't own them, but do you think that would work with the wholesale?
I don't know that I know enough about wholesale.
So it's assignment.
And I need more information probably. And you know what? I have not had dinner.
No, do your thing. We could talk another time. But yeah, like.
Because I want to talk to you. I miss you.
I miss you too.
You gotta come down here.
So I didn't tell you something. So I met a Texan, and she became my girlfriend.
You met a what now?
I met a Texan out of Dallas.
No way. Wait a minute. This is your girlfriend now?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. I'm not surprised, because you're good as a button, and you have great personality, so I can't imagine.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, she's out of there. I met her in Connecticut when she came to see her grandma. And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna be coming down to Texas.
Oh my gosh, you absolutely have to. Of course. Dallas is like 5 hours from where I live. It's far.
Yeah.
Because it's Texas, honey.
Yeah. Texas is way too big. I know. But
I am going to. So our plan is we're going to finish with a little place, a little cabin. We call it the cabin now. I used to call it the little house. Anyway, the cabin. So we're building the new house, and when I get finished with that, I will absolutely invite you guys down.
That would be amazing. We'd love to come.
My plan is that we're going to spend more time up there, and if I can get this one sold, I'm going to start selling ranches, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome because, look, I mean, I'm at 11 doors right now because I don't know if I told you, but I bought a student rental, and that was 7 doors.
Yeah.
And
explain what you mean. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a student rental, so I rent out to college kids. It's right next to the university, and yeah, I make a ton in cash flow on that thing because.
I bet you do, because mommy and daddy want their babies to be safe.
Oh yeah, and the mayor used to own that property that we bought, and so it's big. It's really big, and right, yeah. So like the kids, they can have a nice little time out in the back of the property at night. They'll drink their beers and stuff, and there's lights out, there's flowers and everything. It's really beautiful, and
that's awesome.
yeah, it's on an acre of land. There's a basketball court on it, like a little hoop, and on the pavement. So they have their time, and there's a garage, tons of room for parking, and walking distance from the campus. This is in South Jersey, in Rowan University.
Okay. Well, Jersey's beautiful, as we found that I figured out when I went to Jersey.
Yeah.
It's beautiful up there in the summer.
Yeah, definitely. I'm usually going wakeboarding and kayaking and all kinds of stuff in the summer. I love the summers here. But
yeah, man, I kind of miss the summers up north.
Yeah.
Because but
I know.
I'm in Texas.
She was telling me that it's super hot up there. She's like, no, I want to come to Jersey now.
And it's probably not going to get better with the climate change.
Definitely not.
But it's home. At my age and everything, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. But
well, that is exciting. So you'll have to come down and visit and stuff.
100%. For sure, I will. But look, it's getting late.
Are you getting other stuff? Are you buying and selling other stuff? What's going on?
No, I'm keeping all that stuff that I have, and I'm wholesaling. I'm wholesaling by the boatload now. Just last month, I did 5, and we're on track to beating last month's sales.
That's awesome. I found down here, I never have had a chance because we started. First of all, I pinched a nerve in my low back last December. Which is we bought that property last year because that's when I hurt my back.
Right.
Because my husband wanted to get going in the morning, and I thought we would leave later. And I was doing my physical therapy, and I had worked up to a full ankle weight on each ankle. And I was doing the one where you lay on your stomach and you lift your right arm and your left leg. And I jerked it up and I pinched the nerve.
Oh.
And I just last Wednesday, I got stem cell shots.
Okay.
Umbilical cord cells, which help your whatever's going on rebuild that issue.
I have a buddy of mine that's doing stem cell therapy right now.
And I'm already better.
Nice.
And they told me it could take several months. They said some people are better right away. Some people it takes 3 or 4 months. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Some people it doesn't work at all. And when they put it in there, that's something there that wasn't there before, so it's uncomfortable for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I still have some numbness in my right leg, my foot, more so. But my back is not hurting. I just drove up an hour and a half one way and an hour and a half back, and I'm good.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Nice. No, I'm happy to hear that.
I'm sorry?
No, I said I'm happy to hear that. That's amazing.
Oh, happier than me, man. And in the scheme of things, it's not cancer, it's not having my leg cut off. I mean, it's not fun. It's not comfortable. You can't ever get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked. And I told Keith, I said, I'm going to give it some time, but I'm probably going to get some shots in my hips because I have arthritis. My right hip is real bad, but my left not real bad. My right hip is the one that bothers me, and the left hip is coming along.
Yeah.
So I would probably do it again, but of course no insurance pays for it and that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I get that. It can be tough.
But I am happy for you. See, you're just gonna figure out that Texas is the place to be.
Yeah. No, I always loved Texas. I told you. I was there for a little bit as well, and I was looking to actually buy out there. I still am. As I get some sort of like I'm not going to just buy anything. I want to make sure I buy something that I can force value in, just like these rentals that I'm buying here.
Well, I need to really get my ass in gear, I'm not going to lie, because I identified a bunch of houses that are on the outskirts of where I was telling you about with the big old houses in Houston.
Yeah.
And they're distressed. A number of them are.
Okay.
And I can't believe that people aren't badgering them, and I should have done it before now, but I just have a lot going on.
Okay.
So I need to try to get my crap together.
Well, look, even if you could get in touch with them, I'll even fly down out there if you have a decent deal, and we'll work on it together. I'll show you everything. we can wholesale them. And in the meantime, if you find an apartment, I would love to take down an apartment deal, and then we'll figure something out. Either like I give you some sort of assignment fee or like commission or even a piece of the pie. Like we'll figure it out, whatever it is. I need boots on ground, and I can't just.
Listen, I'm down with that. I did already. It's hard with the apartments.
Yeah.
Remember when I found out? There's places where you can find some that are distressed, but then it's a distressed area, not a good area.
Yeah.
So that's.
It's tough.
But if you're gonna try to buy down here, you definitely want someone like me who goes, "Oh no, we don't want to go there."
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
And what's crazy is, I'm telling you, people are rehabbing in these areas. That's what's nuts, because we have such a low inventory.
Do you? I was gonna say, do you have decent teams out there that I can use for construction? Because
Well, okay, here's the thing. We run a construction company, but you're not going to want to pay us.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because, we don't do slap job. We don't put lipstick on a pig. We do it right.
Yeah.
So, and if you're keeping it, you probably want to do something like that.
No, so anything that I'm gonna just do, like smaller end jobs, I'm either gonna fix and flip or I wholesale them off if there's enough meat on the bones where I don't have to touch it and still make money.
Well, I will tell you that it's really hard to find flips right now.
No, that's
everybody's out there looking for them.
well, that's everywhere, right? And I'm finding them.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
the hard thing.
if I can do that in Jersey, I can definitely do that in Texas. I'm telling you.
The thing is, I think that I found a little spot. I just need to get my ass in gear and work on it.
Okay.
Because these are outskirts of where those other houses are.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in a more distressed area, and I need to take a ride over there. Is what I need to do.
Right.
I need to get my husband to come with me because I wouldn't go there by myself. But get his opinions on.
Yeah.
What he thinks, because it looks to me like they're just some old houses where people have been living there for a long time, and most of them are kind of distressed. And I'm sure almost everybody is getting battered right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's such a shortage of inventory. Just everybody's looking.
Yeah, definitely.
So I will focus. Now that my back is better, I can probably deal with my life a little bit better. And it's not taking me. I'm not the one that's up there working on this building, but I'm the one that's saying, no, we need to do this and we need to do that, and I want that like this, So.
Right. Okay. No, well, sounds like a plan.
Well, listen, good to talk to you, and you've given me some things to work on, and I promise I will do it.
No, awesome. I love it. I can't wait, and I'll get in touch with you soon. Reach out to me whenever you get a chance as well, and I'll stay in touch through text or something like that, and I'll let you know what I got going.
Okay, that sounds great. I'll let you know, Sam.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now I can finally go eat some dinner. But yeah, it's so important to make decent relationships like this and invest your time and energy into making these kinds of relationships like that. Because look, I've built such a great relationship with this lady over the phone where she literally came out to Pennsylvania, drove 2 hours just to see me. It was like she bought me lunch on her. She wouldn't let me pay. And then she's been looking for apartments for me down in Houston. She's been connecting me with people. Like, she's been bringing me so much, just so much value just from one relationship, right? So it's really, really important to do exactly that, relationship building. And two, we became friends now. She wants to like invite me to be like, spend some time over there in Houston anytime I go out there and visit. And now, like, I tell her about my other half and she wants me to even bring her along too. Like, that's just so special, So I really think that investing in relationships like this is very, very, very important in this business. And if you're not good at that, you need to get good at that. So, at least in this business. I don't know about all other kinds of businesses, but I'll tell you about this business, that's for sure. Because especially if you're going to do apartments and bigger, high-ticket items like that, you need to build relationships. And the only way you're going to get decent deals is through your network. I don't care how good of a marketer you are, you're not gonna get decent deals just marketing yourself, because now you're dealing with intelligent people that are not just gonna sell to you at pennies on the dollar for no reason. They only will do it to help you out and help you succeed, no other reason. So with that said, we'll catch you on the flip side. Take it easy, guys. See you next time.